Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am gonna do my should you melt this video, and this is for last week, the melting challenge of scoops and clams. So I'm gonna try and get through this quickly because I'm supposed to leave shortly to go get some food with some family. So I'm trying to squeeze this in so I can get it uploaded at a reasonable time today, maybe. So I felt like originally I didn't get through as much as I had hoped. I mean, I definitely, when I pull my baskets, I definitely pull way more than I will ever melt, but I just need to have variety so I don't know, get bored of the basket, but I still tend to do that. Like, so for empties, so here are kind of my empties. I do have a candle in here. I'll talk a little bit about kind of what I do with candles, at least right now. And then I do have some non-empties that I will talk about as well. So those are falling over. Anything that I didn't touch, I just already put away back into my collection. I'm going to share with you one empty that I was not part of this challenge that I just felt like melting, and so I pulled it. It's from Teddy B's I Heart Vanilla. This is from the pre-order that I did in early 2021 from her. It's creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallow magnolias, which is Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, the marshmallow magnolias. I love this blend, and after having some good cure time, this blend actually is like really, really good. So it's definitely one I would melt again. But this was like, I think this was like Friday night. I don't know, just anything I had pulled already, I was like not feeling. So I ended up pulling this. So I did stray with 1 scent, but that's it. So, oh, well, let me talk about the candle too. So I did finish this candle, Frosted Cranberry, and this I've had for quite a while in my collection. What I'm doing with candles right now is every once in a while I will try to burn one, and then most of the time though, candles just smell really sooty or smoky to me. Sometimes they'll smell really good the first couple burns and then they get smoky. But what I'll do then is throw it in a candle crock. And so I have a candle crock in my formal dining room, which we don't spend a lot of time in, so I don't have a warmer in there. But I go ahead and throw a candle in there because it will then fill the dining room area, and then it oftentimes does kind of come out usually into like the living room and stuff. And so this is a good scent, very much like I think everyone's familiar with this scent. I don't know if Bath & Body Works has brought it back out again, but just like a tart, kind of sweet, wintry cranberry scent. So I did finish that, and then once it's done in my candle crock, when it's all melted, I lift it out and pour the wax out. All right, so then I melted quite a bit. I finished quite a bit of Destination wax, and so the first one I finished is Spiked Eggnog. I melted this, so this is vanilla eggnog spiked with rum, clove, cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg, topped with whipped cream. This was poured on 1027. I used all 6 of these in my main kind of living room area, and I could smell it, but it wasn't real strong. So I'm still struggling to see like if I'm gonna order again from Destination Wax. I have some scents that perform really well and others that don't do as well. This has been, this is cured for a little over 2 months, almost 3 months, so I would think it would be good enough. But on cold it smelled really good, but I just didn't smell it a lot on warm, so I was disappointed with that. I finished one of her, and these are naked clams, right? So I did include these. This is Cranberry Balsam. And this is Fir Balsam, spiced cranberries, apples, oranges, and grapefruit. I actually did really like this one. This one had a really good throw, but I mostly got the cranberry, and it was like a spiced kind of wintry cranberry. I did not smell much of the balsam at all in this, but I can still smell it. But it was definitely a very good winter cranberry, and I could smell it, and it lasted for quite a while. Again, that was in kind of like my main living room area. I finished this in Lavender Sugar Cookie, and so I do like her lavender, or their lavender. I think it's a husband-wife duo maybe. The first time I melted this, it did really well. Then the second time I melted it, I said I couldn't smell it. I think my nose might have been a little wonky that second time because I could smell it this time. It did really well. I really like it. It's just a good kind of herbal-y lavender with like a sweet sugar cookie. I can't really smell too much in here, but this is a scent I would consider getting again. Sorry, something in my eyelash. But that one was good. Moon Spice Cookie, which I was not sure about. before the first time I melted it. This is sugar cookies, coffee, and Celtic moon spice. Celtic moon spice is like kind of like a spicy kind of type scent with cinnamon, nutmeg, whatever. This was fantastic. The coffee in this is good. So like that blend, that sugar cookie and the spice scents, that actually makes this coffee really good. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of coffee, but I think if it's blended well with other stuff, I can really enjoy it. And this one was really good. And you do get that like bakery spice note in this. So I really enjoyed that one. That's definitely something I would think about getting again. The next one I finished is Quickie Wedding. And this is fresh strawberries, strawberry seeds, and marshmallow fluff. The first time I melted this one, I didn't seem to get good performance. I smelled it for a little bit of time and then it kind of fizzled out. And then I think I melted this again in my bathroom, and it actually did really well, and it kind of lingered for most of the day. So I think the first time I melted this was the same time that I had melted the lavender sugar cookie the second time. So I think I had a couple days there where my nose was just being a little wonky. So this is good. It's not like my favorite strawberry blend, but it is really good. That might be one I would consider getting again, just like in another one of the Naked Clams. I'm not even sure what she calls these, if they're breakaway bars or snap bars or something, but... And then the last one that I finished from Destination Wax is Candy Cane Extra. And this is fresh peppermint and spearmint, sweet strawberries, and vanilla. Extra minty. Yeah, this is definitely a minty scent. I melted it once at night in my bedroom, and then the second time in my office during the day, my home office. I don't really pick up the strawberry in this. I really just get kind of like a sweet, minty peppermint, maybe with a little bit of like a vanilla or something in there, but I wasn't really getting the strawberry when I melted it. All right, so I finished a few, like 3 of the clamshells from Swan Creek. This first one is Cranberry Apple Crisp. Now, I do think this is from 2018, so some of these are dated. You can see the clamshell's a little bit yellow. So this one was not as strong as it typically is. I think I had 2 or 3 of the cubes left. I could smell it, but it wasn't super strong. So this is definitely something I need to keep in mind to make sure I'm melting them sooner if I am going to order from them again. It definitely is kind of a spicy cranberry apple type bakery type scent. It's good, very good for kind of like more fall. I finished this holiday plum and sweet cream. This is also from 2018. This is weird because the scent note's supposed to be damask plum, tart blackberry, buttercream, spun sugar, coconut milk, and black currant. To me, it comes off as a very kind of clean, fresh scent with like a berry note. It's weird. It just doesn't sit right with my nose, so I actually melt that in my laundry room and I can smell it. It lingers for a while. So that one, I think I did obviously melt in my laundry room, so that's a smaller room compared to the Cranberry Apple Crisp, which I melted in kind of my main living room area, so it's just a bigger space to fill. And then I had, I think, 1 little chunk left in s'mores, which I finished. This is kind of like a chocolatey marshmallow graham cracker. Not like my favorite scent from them, but I could smell it. I probably, oh yeah, it's 2018 as well. On there is when I bought it. So this one and the holiday plum and sweet cream I would not repurchase, but I do have a couple other scents from them that I do really like, and they overall have really good performance, so I'm sure I'd buy from them again. I didn't actually show this one when I did the scent picks for the clams and scoops, but I remembered I had it. This is Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I had only 4. This is the giant clam. I only had 4 left, and this is really old. I don't have it dated, but I know I've had it for a while. So I threw it in my warmers last night. I could barely smell it, so this one was kind of fizzling out, but I'm just glad I emptied it. And I actually picked up a new one from Walmart just this weekend. From Kay's, I finished 4 clams from her. So this is Through the Woods, which is Fraser Fir, sugar cookie, and peppermint. I really like this blend. I'm trying to remember if I did this once or twice. I think I did this once, and I melted it all in my like office, living room, kitchen, dining room area, and laundry room. So I literally used this whole clamshell in one shot. I really like it. I think it's a good blend of that Fraser Fir, sugar cookie, and mint. And you definitely get the tree note in here, so that was really good. That would be a repurchase for me for next year. I also finished this Lumberjack Contest, which is Leaves, Autumn Flannel, and Palo Santo. I love this blend. This one smells so good. This was a great performer. Oh, it just smells so good. I do think it's heavier on the leaves but the Palo Santo in here really warms it out. And the autumn flannel, I don't get like any kind of a laundry note or anything. I'm not sure what autumn flannel smells like on its own, but this blend was fantastic. I would definitely look to get that again next year. And I think what I just need to make sure I do with K's is like midsummer, I'm gonna have to order my fall and winter scents so that they have time to sit in my collection and cure, because I do really need to let her stuff cure, and I would really like to melt it all during like actual fall and winter. I also finished cranberry zucchini bread. On cold, I really love this one. This is baked zucchini bread with cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, and juicy cranberries. When I first put it in the warmer, so one, this performed really well. Again, I took all 6 cubes and spread it throughout like my living room, dining room area, and office, and it performed exceptionally well, was really strong, lasted a long time. However, near the end, the cranberry note that was left, I didn't care for, because all the other scents kind of fizzled out, and I was left with this like tart, kind of sappy cranberry or something. I don't know what it was. I just didn't care for it, so I did end up dumping it out to get rid of it, and that's actually when I put in the vanilla cookie crunch from Better Homes and Gardens. So the performance was really good. I liked the scent initially. It's just near the end I didn't care for it, so I don't think I'm going to repurchase it just because at the end I didn't care for the scent. Then this is Christmas Past. This is the last one from K's that I finished. This is citrus, pine, clove, cinnamon, caramel, and musk. This is a beautiful citrusy Christmas type scent. So if you love citrus with Christmas tree, there's like a hint of like a spice from the clove and cinnamon, but it's not real, it's on warm at least, it's not real spicy. This is a beautiful scent, definitely would repurchase. I think I melted that like a couple times in my laundry room, maybe once in my office. I can't remember now, but overall it did really well. So from the bathing garden, I finished one of the ginormous clams in, this is an elf sweat. This is candy, candy canes, candy corn, syrup, and soda. I only had 1.5 of these left anyway, so I melted it a couple times in my laundry room just because it's so cold and so snowy this week. This wasn't really a scent. Like, even though this is kind of named as a Christmas type scent, for me this is more of like a spring summer scent because it's like sweet, effervescent, kind of candy like. I do have another whole one of these, which I'm glad about. And 3 more small clams from the bathing garden. Blackberry balsam I finished. I was kind of disappointed in this one. This is blackberries, green balsam, spices, and sugar. Beautiful scent. Now I did just get this in December. Yeah, just a good blackberry and a good balsam scent. But for some reason, I don't know, I filled it up in all my warmers in my living room, dining room, kitchen area, and I just really wasn't smelling it. Like if I got close to the warmer, I could smell it, but I wasn't smelling it in the air. So I think if I got this one again, I would try it again and just let it cure for much longer, because I do think with the bathing garden, most of her stuff does need a good amount of cure time. Some stuff I can melt like pretty quickly and it does well. Some stuff it needs to cure. So here's one that did really well, Winter Palace. This is French lavender, winter berries, vanilla, pomegranate, strawberry, peppermint, tea, and pink sugar. This really just smells like, to me, so that pomegranate, strawberry, and peppermint is tinsel. It's the scent tinsel. And so this smells like tinsel and French lavender. I don't get the tea, I don't get the pink sugar, but it is just such a pretty, like, relaxing scent. And so I melted this, I finished off the last 3 cubes. I think I melted this last night. Great performer. Now again, I melt this in my bedroom versus like my big open concept living room area, so that could also be why that one did pretty well. I think that's with like bathing garden, it definitely needs a lot of cure time and a lot of wax if you're going to melt it in like a big open concept area, at least in my experience. And then the last one I finished from her is November's Pumpkin. Oh my gosh, I love this scent. This is oud wood, patchouli bark, pumpkin, clove, and nutmeg. This just smells like a warm, like comforting, bakery spiced kind of type scent. Oh my gosh, so good. I actually wish I had more of it. I think I have 1 or 2 samples of it left. Just such a good scent. Very, very fall or kind of winter type scent, because it's very comforting and warm. Definitely would get this. I melted this once in my office and then once in my main living room area. And this was from her Halloween collection or fall collection. So I have it labeled as November, so it has a little bit more cure time, but when I melted it in my main living area, it performed really well. So Bathing Garden can be a little hit and miss. If you're struggling, I recommend letting it cure a long time, or maybe melting it in a smaller room and having a couple warmers. I generally try to stick only 1 cube in a warmer with her stuff. I don't put more than 1 cube in a warmer generally, because I feel like if you do more than 1 cube, I think it drowns out the scent. It's too much wax, in my personal opinion. Okay, so non-empties, I did melt some of the scoopable from Front Porch. So see, I didn't finish any scoopables. I barely touched my scoopables. The scoopables are messy, so I don't reach for them. I tend not to buy them because I don't like having to scrape the scoopable off the spoon that I use, so I just don't gravitate toward them. But I do have some in my collection, so I need to melt them. So this is from Front Porch, Snuggling Under the Stars. I don't have the scent description for this one, but on warm, after it kind of sat for a while in my warmer, I almost got like a Palo Santo type scent. On cold, it doesn't smell that way to me. But it's just like a warm, comforting scent. I don't know, like it smells so good. I really need to look up the scent notes on that one. From Destination Wax, so I melted half of a few of them. This first one is Pink Sorry. Oh my gosh, this one's so good. This is their pink sugar blender and patchouli essential oil. Love it. The patchouli essential oil in it, I wasn't sure what I was going to think of this. I think I really did like it. One, this performed really well. So I did 3 cubes in my bedroom and my bathroom. It lasted the entire day. When I dumped it out in the evening, it still even had some scent left. So this was a strong performer, lasted all day. And that patchouli just gave that pink sugar like a unique type scent. So I really enjoyed that. And that would be one I'd consider getting again. I melted part of Lavender Stardust. And this is lavender, pink sugar, peppermint, and a touch of vanilla. This one performed well as well. I mean, lavender, peppermint, pink sugar, that's a pretty standard blend you can get from a lot of vendors. So there was nothing about this that was so unique that I was like, ooh, I really need to have it from Destination Wax, but it did perform well. And I would pick it up if I placed another order with her. I melted part of Mistletoe. And this is fir, spruce, and Siberian pine, sweetened with a bit of berries and green apple, grape blended with cotton candy. I do actually have cotton candy, but I didn't blend it. I'm trying to remember where I melted this now. Did I put it in my office? I think I might have melted in my office, but it smells good. So it performed well. I love Christmas tree scents, trying to kind of use those up. I did melt some of L3. Today's October 3rd. Palo Santo, Sugar Cookie Royale, Toasted Marshmallow, just a really nice, warm, comforting, kind of sweet bakery blend. So that is a good one, and I really enjoy it. I melted half of Winter Candy Apple from Kay's. This smells like the Bath & Body Works dupe. Really enjoyed this. I actually melted it in my bedroom and bathroom. Oops, hit my face. It performed well. I smelled it all day. Just a nice, good Winter Candy Apple scent. So I'd definitely look at getting that again from Kay's. Oh, no, I didn't do that one. From Kay's, I also melted some of the Rustic Fall, which is cranberry oak, nutmeg, and spice. And now I'm trying to remember. I think, yeah, I melted this in kind of my main living room area, and I could smell it. This is one that was a little bit lighter. It's from October 21, so you would think it would be good, but I definitely think I need to make sure I'm getting my K's a little bit sooner. So this was good, not as strong as I would have liked it to be when I was melting it in my main living area, but it's a good scent. So it's one I would probably get in a clamshell again and just give it a little bit more cure time to see how it does. I melted some berry topped waffles. I melted just 2 of the cubes in my office. Really good scent, sweet berry. You kind of get a lot of the strawberry, I feel like, in it, with that like sweet waffle. Sweet kind of bready type waffle, so it's a good scent. I enjoy it. And I melted some of her Sweater Weather. I think this is like the Bath & Body Works candle. It may not be, I don't think it's exactly the same, but it's pretty similar, where you get that kind of fresh air, kind of, there's a hint of like a mintiness to it. or something. I really do like it. I think it's a little bit fresher than the Bath & Body Works candle, I think, but it has been a while since I've burned a Bath & Body Works candle. But I do really enjoy it, and it lasted all day. Winter Tonka and Charcoal. I melted 2 cubes in my office. This one was on the lighter side. It's a unique blend. That charcoal in here does kind of give it a smoky scent, but it's different. It's like warm and smoky. I need to add the scent note. Oh, you know what? I don't think I could find the scent notes on this one. So it's unique. I'll definitely continue melting through it, but I do think it maybe needs a little bit more cure time for that one. And then I melted a couple of the cubes in this big clamshell from the Bathing Garden Spiced Eggnog Chai Tea. I cut it into 4 pieces and melted it in my living room, kind of kitchen dining room area. I really liked it. It's just kind of like a good tea and chai scent. I really do like it, which I know chai means tea, but like the chai spices, right? Good. This did well. It's not super strong. I did just get this in December though, so I do think this is one that has the potential to get a little bit stronger as it cures a little bit more. I melted 1 of the cubes in a French Country Christmas. This is French vanilla and balsam. This is the blend. I don't know if Bathing Garden was the first one to come out with this blend, but this is the blend that made me fall in love with like a balsam and like a nice vanilla type scent. And with this, you can smell that nice French vanilla plus the nice sweet kind of balsamy tree scent. So it's just gorgeous and it performed well. And I always cut those in half, those cubes, when I'm melting them. So I did 1 whole one cut in half and 2 warmers in my office. One night I did melt a Russian ice bath. This is peppermint, menthol, spearmint, eucalyptus, lemon, and vanilla. This is really just a nice peppermint kind of nose clearing type Vicks type scent a little bit. I love Russian ice bath. It's not like crazy strong, so it's not something that's going to be overly strong in your room, but you can definitely smell it. It's like really good. It definitely has that like eucalyptus, menthol, peppermint type scent. I really do like that. I melted 1 cube of Sleepy. This is her pink sugar, peppermint, and vanilla. Performs well. Really love it. This, the next day, this is even, I could still smell the pink sugar kind of lingering in my room. So I'm so glad I have the whole big clam of that. I melted, I think, 1.5 of this sugared vanilla waffle cone. Now this is cookie wafers, vanilla ice cream, vanilla bean marshmallow. I got this at a recommendation of someone in the group. I don't remember who. This is very, 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 very light for me. So this I got in March of this past year, so it's well cured, but it just is very light. So I will continue to melt through it, but it's just not a strong performer, so I don't think it's one I would get again. And then last, I melted some of my beloved circus bread. This is the Yeasty Fruitcake Fresh Strawberry Vanilla. To me, it smells more just kind of like a creamy strawberry with like a creamy zucchini bread, not spicy or dry zucchini bread. Love it. It's gorgeous. I will continue to always buy this scent from the Bathing Garden. So that is everything I melted this past week. If you guys joined in and melted some stuff, let me know how you guys did with your scoops and your clams. If you do have a channel that you're on YouTube that I'm not aware of, right, definitely post down below if you're following along. And I want to make sure going forward, like I'll link your channels in my description box as well going forward, so we can just share the love, right? And I'll share what we're melting through and stuff like that. So if you're following along, I definitely would love to know about it. And if you're doing a video on it, I'd love to be able to watch. So definitely make sure you let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.